And we're back for another episode of DDO 10-Minute Tips. Picking up from where we left off, we had just received a notification about the map, which we'll go into since this is a good time to do it. If you notice, everything is exactly the way it is, and once again, except for the snowflakes. Okay, this up here is your mini-map. It shows your immediate surroundings. The orange arrow in the center is you, and it points the direction you're facing. So, looking at the map, up is always north, to the right is always east. A gold circle here gives you, a gold triangle here gives you the direction to your target. Now, there's a larger map. You can either access it by clicking on this icon here or hitting M for map on your keyboard, which brings this up. If you notice, here we are facing this way, and here's our target, the grotto. You have map notes here, which gives you all kinds of icons and what they mean. You can check or uncheck whatever you want, like you may not want to see pets, or unpaid quests. So you can look around that, and if you will need to navigate to some place, like once we get to Eberron. Okay, we just had a global announcement pop up. It looks like a guild has reached level 170. And we'll go over guilds once we get to Eberron. Once we get to Eberron or into Korthos village, there will be a lot of symbols, and if we need to get to some place and we're not sure how to get there, we can click on it, and when we close out our map by hitting M again, it will give us another indicator as to where that particular object is. Now over here we have a red exclamation mark. That's a notice. And you mouse over it, it shows that message that popped up there. Alright, so time to move on. Since we're done with Jeets, we're going to turn and head over this way. Talbron is going to show us the way. Talbron is Warforged. That's why it looks a little different. Alright, another tip over here. And you'll only see these through Korthos, and in a couple instances and very special occasions once we get out of Korthos. Alright, so it said for us to break the crates, barrels, vases, and things like that. That's important for two reasons, especially here in the beginning, is because you can pick up loot. Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it's something you need. Sometimes it isn't. So when you go through dungeons, it's always important, at least in the beginning again, to go through and break all the breakables. Another thing is they actually add up to giving you experience points, which helps you level up, which we are 300 away from our first rank. we're starting on our second rank. Now going through the Shipwreck Shores scenario is important because it'll help you really to get started. Not only practice and using the keyboard if you've never done this before, and to gather up a bunch of loot. Now we had another notice pop up here. It says holding down the right mouse button you can move the mouse forward, backward, look up and down. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so I have a problem with my right mouse button, so I have to use the key keyboard. We've already gone on to that. Alright, now as long as we're on that, there's something called mouse look mode, which gives a lot of more control over to your mouse. You hit the T key, you get a little circle in the center of your screen, and just by moving your mouse you can rotate left and right, you can look up and down. So we'll play with that a little bit here. Alright, now I just jumped. Jumping is accomplished by pressing the space bar, and we're slowly working our way down the hill. Now you can combine that with your movements, which are controlled by your A, S, W, D keys, and moving sideways by Q and E. So moving forward, hit the space bar, you run forward and jump. Run backwards and jump. You can do it sideways as well. Now, when we get up here to the grotto, we'll go into our inventory once again and see what we have for our booty. Okay. And Talbron tells us where to go politely, but up here there's some more barrels that can be broken. Okay, so we're ready to actually go into the grotto, but not quite yet. We go into our inventory, and it's where we left off with the weapons. But down here we've actually gone up to 5 gold, 49 copper, and 31 silver with all that copper we picked up. Now we also picked up a bunch of potions. Okay, so we click on our potion tab. It shows us our Lesser Slayer count boost. Excuse me. And we have 6 starter potions of heal light wounds. And we don't want to sell those. We want to hang on to those because they can be very important. So we lock it. Now we're also going to click and drag it down to one of our hotbars. Once again, try and keep like things together. So this hotbar is going to be, oops, don't want it on that one, which is good because now I can show you something. To remove something from a hotbar, you just click on it and drag it off and it disappears. I want on our potions hotbar, which is going to be number 3. So we click and drag it on there. Alright, so we're going to leave off here. The last one we're in a little bit long, and we're just at our 10-minute mark. So we'll pick up with actually going into the grotto in the next episode. So remember, boys and girls, keep your weapons clean and sharp. Until next time.